Welcome back to the Deep Dive. This week, we're kind of veering into a topic that's, well, surprisingly dense, actually, when you look at the sources.
Yeah, it seems light on the surface, right? Men's Halloween costumes. But the material you sent over, it treats this like a serious consumer decision.
Exactly. We've got this stack examining premium, high-quality options, their features, but also, like, their value. Why spend big bucks on a costume?
They're definitely not just looking at them as throwaway clothes. The sources are really digging into why some people choose, authenticity and good craftsmanship over just grabbing the cheapest thing online.
Right. So our mission for this deep dive is pretty focused. We need to figure out what makes these high-end costumes stand out, these must-haves, and why are they presented as a genuinely smart investment, not just a splurge?
That's the core question, isn't it? Why go for the premium, durable outfit instead of, like, a generic one that might fall apart by midnight? And the sources actually frame this really nicely. They call these detailed costumes gateways to adventure, humor, and heroism, which is quite a claim for a costume.
I like that framing. Adventure, humor, heroism. It pushes us past just looking at the fabric and seams, right?
Yeah.
Makes you think about the feeling you get.
Precisely. The whole argument seems to be that the careful details, the better materials, they're not just for show. They're meant to boost your confidence, make sure you're comfortable all night, and importantly, help create, really good memories. You're buying an experience almost.
Okay, so let's unpack that first part then, the case for premium, because that seems central to everything here. The sources are pretty bold about the benefits, basically saying, don't be boring.
That's the baseline, yeah. Avoid the generic stuff everyone else has. Opt for something that makes people actually look twice. You're paying extra for that guaranteed wow factor when you walk in.
Okay, but let's push back on that a bit. They claim it's an easy way to express creativity and boost confidence. Is that just marketing talk? Or do the sources show how a higher price actually gives you that psychological edge?
Well, it's a fair point. The evidence seems to come from two angles. First, durability. That's a big one. They keep contrasting these premium outfits with, those flimsy alternatives on Amazon. We've all seen them, right? Made of thin, sweaty plastic.
Oh, yeah. One-wear wonders.
Exactly. So the premium difference, better stitching, real-feeling materials, that's positioned as buying peace of mind. You're not worrying about it ripping halfway through the party.
Okay, so durability means less stress, which could mean more confident. Makes sense. But what about the investment part? If I'm spending, say, 3 or 4 times more, how does that pay off? Like in actual uses?
That's the calculation the sources suggest the buyers are making. They're seeing this shift where it's not just for Halloween anymore. If the costume is genuinely good, quality, authentic looking, comfortable people reuse it.
Ah, right. For what? Like cosplay conventions or...
Yeah, exactly. Cosplay, Comic-Cons, maybe Renaissance fairs, depending on the costume, or just other themed parties during the year. The sources kind of hint that getting maybe 3 to 5 solid wears out of it makes the cost per wear much more reasonable compared to binning a cheap one every single year.
So it's tapping into that crossover market.
Yeah.
People who aren't maybe full-on cosplayers but want something decent for multiple dress-up occasions.
Yeah.
That change in expectation, wanting authenticity and longevity, that's what justifies the price.
Precisely. And if it's actually comfortable enough to wear for 8 hours at a convention, then it stops being just a costume and becomes, part of your event wardrobe.
Yeah, that comfort thing is huge, I bet. Especially with full suits, like a good polycotton blend versus cheap, non-breathable polyester.
Yeah.
Night and day difference.
Definitely. It's the difference between having fun and just wanting to go home and change.
Okay, let's dive into the characters then, starting with adventure. The classic swashbuckler, Captain Jack Sparrow. That one feels like it needs good detail, otherwise it just looks sad.
It really does. The sources definitely emphasize capturing that specific, slightly ragged, lived-in look. They use an adult X-large as an example, pointing out how the construction aims for a real transformation, not just a cartoon version.
So what materials make it premium? Let's get specific. They mentioned a polyester and cotton blend, right? For that breathability and comfort we were just talking about.
Yep. And a big selling point seems to be that it's a complete set. You get everything. No last minute running around trying to find the right hat or sash.
Okay, what are the key pieces then? Lay it out for us.
All right, so you've got the weathered brown jacket, and they specifically mention antique silver buttons, like that detail matters. Then a woven slate blue vest, the essential red patterned headscarf, a waist sash.
Need the sash.
Definitely. A brown belt, gray jersey knit pants, importantly, with an elastic waistband for comfort, a polycotton shirt front, brown boot tops, and of course the tricorn hat.
The little functional details seem key here. Like, it's not just looking right, it's working right. The sources talk about elastic cuffs for easier movement, secure ties. That's the durability promise in action, right?
Yeah.
It's built to survive a bit of swashbuckling.
Yeah, unlike the cheap ones that might just, unravel if you move too quickly.
And that function connects to the feeling, the persona. Why Jack Sparrow?
Well, he's known for being witty, adventurous, a charming rogue, right?
Yeah.
So stepping into that gives you an instant social angle. It helps break the ice, signals you're up for fun, connects with other fans instantly. It's a ready-made personality boost.
Okay, from wit and adventure, let's do a hard pivot. Gateway number 2. Humor. The Jack Link's plus-size Sasquatch costume. Talk about larger than life. This is pure meme territory.
It's a total shift, isn't it? From meticulous historical detail to just full-on recognizable comedy. The sources say this choice is all about getting laughs together.
And the inspiration is key. Those messing with Sasquatch commercials, everyone knows them. The details. It's a 2X size. And crucially, spot cleanable polyester. Good luck keeping brown faux fur pristine otherwise.
Yeah, practicality matters.
Yeah.
The build is interesting too. It's all about achieving that bulky, slightly cartoonish Sasquatch look. So, a padded jumpsuit covered in brown faux fur, a full latex mask that also has fur, plus molded hands and feet. Full transformation.
And the authenticity isn't just claimed, it's sort of baked in because it's an official collab with fun costumes and Jack Links. This isn't just any Bigfoot suit.
Right. And the design features mentioned are telling. Padded shoulders for that muscular look from the ads, and premium latex molds for the face supposed to be more comfortable and give a better expression. That's crucial for the comedy to land.
This is where the contrast is really sharp, isn't it? The sources point out that cheap Bigfoot suits, they often skimp on padding, look kind of saggy, or use fur that sheds everywhere.
Yeah, leaving a trail of brown fluff behind you isn't ideal. This premium one aims for that imposing, instantly funny look without those drawbacks.
It definitely taps into wanting those shareable, maybe even viral moments at a party. Showing up as that Sasquatch, it's an instant conversation starter. Pure fun. It just lightens the mood immediately.
Totally. And it's efficient.
Yep.
You don't need to explain the joke. The costume is the joke. Everyone gets it. That's powerful, socially.
That's a great point on efficiency.
Oh.
Okay, so we've hit wit, we've hit humor. Let's move to the third gateway, heroism and loyalty. We're heading into serious sci-fi fandom now with the adult Star Wars Chewbacca premium costume.
Right. And this feels like maybe the biggest investment, not just in money, but in fan commitment. You gotta love Chewie to wear a full Wookiee suit.
Absolutely. So the iconic hero, this one's listed as a large size. Full jumpsuit, padded molded mask, gloves, and critically, the Bandolier satchel. Can't be Chewie without the Bandolier.
No way. And it mentions tie closures, keeping it secure. The source notes this version is imported, implying, a focus on getting that genuine feel.
The immersion seems to come from screen accuracy. They really praise the molded mask, saying it captures Chewie's expressive face. That detail elevates it way beyond a simple plastic mask, right?
Definitely. Getting the face right is everything for character recognition. And again, comfort is highlighted. The jumpsuit is described as soft, designed for extended wear. Because, let's be real, wearing a full fursuit.
Yeah, it's a commitment. If it's itchy or hot, you're miserable, and the whole heroic feeling just evaporates.
Exactly. And that's the contrast point again. Cheaper versions might look, cartoonish, as the source says, or just kind of off. This premium one promises molded precision, plus padding to give it that strong, recognizable Wookiee silhouette.
So the psychological payoff here shifts again. It's not really about wit or laughs. It's more about empowerment, embodying Chewie's strength, his loyalty.
Yeah, and connecting to that huge Star Wars story. For serious fans, stepping into that role is powerful. It creates that sense of nostalgia, community with other fans. It's about feeling part of something epic.
Okay, so wrapping this up, we've got Captain Jack for wit and adventure, Sasquatch for big laughs and meme energy, and Chewie for loyalty and heroism. 3 distinct routes to making an impact, all apparently boosted by better quality materials and design.
Absolutely. And they all circle back to that main argument. The high-quality versions offer better comfort, details that actually look right, and, that crowd-pleasing appeal that you just don't get from the cheap stuff. You're buying something built to last and designed to make you stand out.
It really is framed as a deliberate choice. Choosing to be memorable, choosing something that lasts, and choosing to embody a character confidently, because the costume itself feels substantial.
Mm-hmm. That longevity piece seems crucial to the investment argument. The sources basically conclude that picking a premium costume isn't just buying a thing. It's making a strategic choice to ensure you have a great time socially at whatever event you're going to.
So what does this all boil down to for you, the listener? We've seen how these premium costumes are sold as these gateways, adventure, humor, heroism, linking the physical quality to how you might feel or interact. So here's something to think about.
Yeah.
Which of those three benefits we talked about, the clever wit, the shared belly laughs, or that feeling of steadfast loyalty, which one do you think gives the biggest, most reliable social boost when you walk into a party?
That's a good one. Thinking about the immediate impact of each role. How does the costume actually help you connect? It ties the physical product right back to the social outcome.
Something to chew on until our next deep dive. Thanks for tuning in.
Talk to you next time.